Well, the wet season has started. You can just have rain come out of nowhere. To be honest, that's why I've headed out and explore the tracks kind of freestyle. Here we go. Well, here we are, heading back out to explore some of the wilderness. You might be able to see up above that the clouds make it look like it's going to rain. And that is because the wet season is going around the corner. So we've been getting some pretty frequent rain out here. To be honest, that's why I've headed out. With a bit of rain about, there's going to be a bit more of a challenge on the tracks. This is just going to add an extra layer to it. And you know I like getting stuck, so why not? Today I'm heading kind of in the same direction out towards the gunpoint, and from there I'm just going to explore the track kind of free fall. Ah yes, every time I look up that cloud seems to be getting a little bit closer to me, and I can also feel the air getting a little bit cooler, so it tells me that I might be heading into some rain actually. Oh yeah, here we go. I can feel some spots coming down. I've got a poncho in my bag. Depending on how bad it gets, I might need to pull over and bloody use it. My hope is that I get through it fairly sharpish. One of the crazy things about the rain up here in Darwin, it doesn't always last that long, to be honest. Oh god, I can feel those bloody bits of rain getting harder and harder. Now, like I was saying earlier, this is what I mean about the wet season started. So you can just have this rain come out of nowhere, and then it's, you know, kind of gone. That's why I didn't bother stopping to put my the poncho on. That was exciting. A quick little bit of rain. Oh, I don't know. I thought we were through it then, but have we got some more? Oh god, maybe we have. Well, I've just decided to take shelter in this bus stop just for 5 minutes. I figure I could do with being out of the rain for a few minutes. I'll sit there and dry for a few mins. All the rain might not be as bad as I was expecting, but now that I'm here and I'm looking at it, I'm thinking that would have been fun to be driving inside. The worst of it is gone, so let's jump back on the bike. So now that I'm back on the road, it's going to be interesting because I've not really ridden on wet roads before either. I'm thinking maybe back in Hanoi, but you know, I would have been traveling at 10-15 k's an hour back then on a smaller bike, so I feel a lot more at home in the dirt, to be honest. I tend to find that I kind of know where I'm slipping and gripping on the dirt, whereas on here I don't really feel it. Now we're coming up to my favourite part. I'm going to skip through it this time in favour of getting onto the track. I want to make sure I've got the most time possible, just because, and there it is. You never know what it's going to be like, so I want to get on there and see what we're up against and give myself the most time. Well, so we're not even on the track yet, literally just popped off the highway, and you can see already that there's a lot more water here than last time. Yeah, I guess let's go and have a look. was thinking just go down the edge here. Okay, yeah, that looks good, that looks good. Now, I don't want to get stuck in any water, and I also don't want to slide off in any mud. So, I guess what I'm trying to do is avoid the deep bits, because as much as they look fun, if you haven't got to go through them, I don't want to. I guess we're going to be close on this one, but let's try and make it through. Oh God! Right, was not expecting the sand there. So, that's where we are. Now, to be honest, I'm just going to back it up over here, and I might just do a bit of an assessment. I'm going to go this way around this bit. Huge crevice. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go through that. Well, I've definitely been stood in this position before, and I think I've got a video where the whole of this is just covered in water. So, and I've also got one a few months after where there's no water. So yeah, we're about to see it start to fill up. So I'm going to go down this way again, and I'm going to see how far I can get. Look at this. Yeah, never been to this spot before. I'm trying to figure out which way to go. I think what I'm going to do is double back down here, left at those termite mounds, and see where this track goes. One thing I've done since I was last out here cruising around is I've changed my microphone setup, so I'm really keen to get home later and just see how that has changed the sound of everything. I've been through a few different variations. I'm really hoping that this is the final solution, because it does kind of put me off wanting to come and film, to be honest. Just having to mess around with it the whole time. I'm just going to pull up here. How sick are these? You may have seen these before, but if not, these are giant termite mounds. So this one's probably a metre over my head. So it's like, you know, 3 meters tall, something like that. Very interesting. But let's give it a go. It's years of dropping into mini ramps that. It's helped me retail. But I have honestly no idea where this is going, but I'm just going to take my chances and see where we end up. One of those termite mounds, look. Now the only downside to the new technique of standing up and riding is that this camera doesn't really do much, so I might have to look at another place to put that just so I can get a second angle. Okay, we're back on the road. Wow. God, I wonder if that all turns into like a river. Now I'm going to try and keep coming out here through the wet season, and hopefully we'll see the changes. I guess depending on how wet it gets will dictate where I can go, but yeah, it'd be nice to be able to come down here. But like I said, I'm pretty sure that this is going to turn into a river. Man, I've got to go and check that flower out. Just Look at that, in the middle of nowhere. I can see a few of them. Got a couple over here. Yeah, look how cool this is. Wow. Man, just out in the middle of nowhere. Would you look at that? Let's get up. Ugh. Oh, fucking bit. That was a bit soggy, wasn't it? Hey, can you imagine coming down here with your four-wheel drive? Like, I feel like I've got a little bit more grace because I don't have as... I'm not as big, but I can't imagine our patrol getting down here very easily. People say the faster you go, the better it is. It sounds terrifying. It's all good. Well, let's go in good. Well, that was the best I've ever driven through sand. Just trying to do what the guys told me, go a little bit faster. It is true though, it feels a lot safer than when I'm going fast. What are we coming up to up here? Oh. Down, all the way down here, and caned it along that bit there. Sick. Well, to be honest, now that I'm back to this part of the road, I'm just going to call it a day. Not too much falling off. We got out and had a look at how much water there is about. We're all in the wet season.